So welcome to the Marshfield Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. It's a hybrid meeting. If dialing in on a phone, please use *6 to mute, obviously, and unmute yourself. We're being taped by MCTV, if anyone's interested, and I'm going to do a roll call to start, because JJ is out there. So,
Larry Keane here.
Steve Lynch.
Brian Murphy here.
Mac Brothers here.
Jean Lee here.
Eric Murphy here.
Programs here.
All right, so we're going to take a little something out of order here. We're going to go to the bridal crossing first. 2562, Bridal Crossing LLC. So we're going to close this meeting tonight, and then that's been recommended, but leave it open. That's been the recommendation from the attorney representing the town, Amy Questle. All right? Understand that?
No, so you're gonna close the hearing,
Yep.
leave the record open?
We'll leave the record open,
Okay,
and we've got an extent to be continued on January 13th, 2026.
okay.
All right?
All right, I get
Okay.
it.
So I'm going to close Bridal Crossing 2562 LLC. Bridal Crossing off Ferry. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So now we have 2564 Kristen Downey. Petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012, 305-902 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 19 by 19.5 addition, 24 foot. You saying something, Andrew? 24 foot by.
You have to continue that to a date.
What's that?
Do we have to
Do
continue?
you have to continue that previous hearing to a date?
Oh, Bridal
certain?
Crossing, yeah, I didn't say till January 13th?
Yeah, you did.
To be continued, I did say it? Well, I'll say it again, to be continued.
All you did was close, you made a motion to close the hearing.
All right, so we're going to continue the 2562 Bridal Crossing LLC to January 13th, 2026. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Thank you, Andrew. So 2564, Kristen Downey, the petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012, 305-902 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 19-foot by 19.5-foot addition, a 24-foot by 30-foot one addition garage, and a 13.6-foot times by 13.6-foot octagonal gazebo, and a 5.3-foot by 20-foot entry on the property located at 5 Raleigh Road, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel K11-1301, and the lot is in the R3 zoning district. Name and address for the record, please.
Thank you, Rick Grady from Grady Consulting, 71 Evergreen Street, Kingston. Representing the applicant here for project at 5 Raleigh Road. The existing dwelling here at number 5 includes a pre-existing non-conforming setback to the northerly or northwesterly boundary of 7.2 feet. What the applicants would like to do here is they would like to lift the existing house, put a new foundation under the existing house, add on the garage, the addition, and the gazebo, and then rebuild the porches. The reason we're here is we're in the R3 zoning district. We have a 12,400 square foot lot. So the only existing nonconformance is that portion of the existing dwelling that's 7.2 feet from that lot line. Would like to maintain that setback. Any additions to the structure meeting the current required setbacks for a 15-foot side setback, 15-foot front setback on all sides. So it's really just so that we can maintain that portion of the existing dwelling when they lift it and set it down onto the new foundation. The majority of the existing structure is in good condition structurally. They're connected to town water. town sewer. We've received approval from the Conservation Commission for work within the 100-foot buffer. Additionally, they're proposing a pool on the northeasterly side of the property between the house and the driveway. There is an existing shed in the back right corner that they do intend to retain as well, that is in close proximity to the property lines as well. No changes to the dimensions of that structure are proposed. I'd be glad to answer any questions you may have. We do have some renderings here too, if anybody was interested.
Yeah, Andrew, so you were interested in, there's no architectural drawings, and did you guys submit today something on the lot coverage
Yeah, the,
calculations?
we received an email from yesterday, and the building coverage is 30.5%, so we're less than the 40% maximum allowed building area. Open space, I did not submit anything new on that, but I do know that we are conforming with the 30% requirement on that.
Okay. Did you get that, Andrew? Andrew? Oh,
I hadn't received that, no, but I just heard what Rick's saying.
okay.
Yeah.
And on the architecturals, do you want that prior to, or should we continue the hearing, or?
And I'm sorry, the plan does include the open space calculation on here.
All right,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it's right.
68% existing, 50%
I'm just
proposed.
asking Andrew if he's comfortable with that.
I know.
All right. Any questions from the board?
No, this looks good to me, but you do have the architecturals from Andrew?
I've got more renderings than what he's really going to be looking for a building
Okay,
permit.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, but you will have those for the building, of course.
He'll definitely need that for the building
For the
permit.
permit.
Mr. Chairman, could I ask a question?
Sure.
Rick, is the shed on this property, or is it on the abutter's property, or is it included with this thing, or is it the neighbor's shed? I couldn't figure that all out.
It does have what we're calling a wooden closet space. I think it's almost like a wood shed off the back of it, and that portion does extend over the property line. The main
But
structure
it goes with this property?
goes with this property,
Okay.
correct? Yeah.
So we won't be endorsing the shed.
And the same thing with the generator?
What was the generator again?
To the north?
Correct. As part of this, we should have put on here to relocate that fence and generator. Those will not be maintained or continued
That
on
will be
encroaching on the other property, right?
Okay,
And we would be fine with that as a condition of
as
approval.
long as that's there. I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Relocate generator and fence.
Any neighbors?
Oh, well, Andrew, you have anything to add?
No?
Okay. Anything from neighbors or the audience? Seeing that there's
I'm
none?
Zoom neighbor, can you hear me?
Yep. Name and address for the record.
Ken O'Donohue, 17, excuse me, 17 Raleigh Road. I'm the abutter on Raleigh with him. I just want clarification. The setback that he wants to continue, is that the border with Circuit Avenue?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I don't have an objection to that. And the shed, so the large shed historically was built and historically is called a garage. And there's a small shed on the back of that I think may encroach my property, and it's built very flimsily. Is that coming off the back of the? Your shed and my shed, if you want to call them that, but our two garages are very close. Both of them are close to the property line.
Yeah, we're not making any note
And that
on,
tiny little,
sorry, go ahead.
pardon me?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead, we're
Yes.
waiting to hear from you.
So the two sheds there, there's a little build out on the back that's not quite on your drawing. So that means you're taking that off. It's very flimsy and,
It is on the drawing.
Yeah, it's called the wooden closet space on the drawing.
We would be fine with a condition to remove that. As he stated, it's not in good condition and really not even part of the main structure, so we have no problem removing that.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna-
it's almost falling off, so that would be great.
All right,
Removing that and
And is the pool a go, or is the pool just a maybe?
As far as I know, it's a go.
So on your drawings, do you show, generally pools have to have fencing? Is that all incorporated in that?
That, it's my understanding that they're using one of the covers that counts as enclosure. I don't have any further details at this point, but do understand we will need to provide some additional detail to Andrew as part of the building
yeah, that'd
permit
be through the building
application.
department.
And the pool maintains the setback from my property?
Yes, it's proposed at 23.2 feet with a 15-foot setback requirement.
Okay, I can't really argue that. On your setbacks.
condition the relocation of the generator, which is somebody else's property.
Oh, are you relocating the generator?
Yes.
Yeah. Now remind me of all this.
That's on his property, isn't it?
It's not on his property.
No, it's over the,
It's over the line. It's over a line.
Okay.
Yeah, it's encroaching onto the.
I don't
that's-
see them on the Zoom faces. That belongs to John and Connie Smith, who are butters, and I can't really speak for them legally, but I think they would like that generator moved off.
We're
their
putting it
property.
back on the property. Do you have any other
Okay.
questions?
No, that's it.
Thank you.
Oh, one last question. So Raleigh Road, even though it's a very narrow road, is actually an 80-foot paper road, and your setbacks are all off of the 80-foot Raleigh Road, is that correct?
That is correct. So there's quite a bit of what appears to be the front yard here that's actually in the street layout.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
So does anyone else
Thank
have any
you.
questions?
I just have a comment. So I want a Massachusetts lot plan interactive online. I just want to comment how different it is from this and online. So I take it that this is
This would be more accurate.
this is more accurate.
Yeah.
Because on that.
That's
plan
a stamped
online,
plan.
it Shows that shed really being across that line, but I'm all set with this.
And we
Steve, that whole subdivision is a nightmare from an engineering perspective.
Anyone else on the
But that
board?
shed isn't even a part of his plan, and he's making
Right.
concessions
I'm
to
just-
correct that at this point.
Yeah, I was just making a
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, no.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move that we close. Which one? 2564 5 Raleigh Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye?
Steve Fletch, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
I'm going to move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for a special permit subject to the conditions. This project will require a demolition permit, building permit, a final as-built plot plan, and a certificate of occupancy. The shed, what is the name of the closet? What is the thing called?
Wooden closet.
The wooden closet is to be removed, and the generator is to be relocated on the property. Based on the finding that the applicant's
Any-
proposal, anything else?
Right,
Yeah,
and the fence,
what about the fence?
is that gonna be moved also?
What fence?
There's
By
a
the
fence that's
generator?
on the outside of the generator.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
portion
everything, so we're moving everything in.
of, yeah.
And should you make a condition of getting a permit for the pool, or,
That has nothing to do with us.
okay,
Should we even address the fence? Who owns the fence? What if it's the neighbor's fence?
Yeah, the fence is their problem.
Yeah.
The-
Pre-existing fence, we don't control the
It
fence.
probably blocks the generator.
Yeah,
I actually went by and looked at the house, and the fence is all vine covered. I think it probably benefits somebody.
yeah, but we don't know how long
We
that
don't know
structure's
who
been
owns it
there.
or
We're
what.
not gonna touch the fence.
We're glad to correct all encroachments.
The fence, you guys can do what you want. So, conditions based on the finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a 19-foot by 19.5-foot addition, a 24-foot by 30.1-foot garage, 13.6 foot by 13.6 foot octagonal gazebo, and a 5.3 foot by 20 foot entry on the property located at 5 Raleigh Road, shows that on a site plan dated September 4th, 2025, revised October 14th, 2025, showing dry wells by Grady Consulting LLC, Timothy Bennett, PLS, and Richard Grady, PE, meets special permit criteria of section 1012 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, and as always stated, it's the 5 full-time members that are voting. Oh, Grover's here with his stolen information.
You made it. Grover?
You're careless.
Sweating.
All right, so now we have 2565 1810 Ocean Street. This property is located in the B1 zoning district. The applicant is seeking site plan approval for modifying the parking lot to create an outdoor patio. I'm reading from Andrew's thing.
Grover.
Orion.
Grover.
All right, 2565 Sunday Marsh LLC. Petitioner is seeking a site plan approval under 305, 1202 of Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a new 20-foot by 5-foot accessible ramp system, convert an existing planter area and 2 existing parking spaces into approximately 710 square foot, seasonal outdoor dining area, and upgrade the front entry doors on the property located at 1810 Ocean Street, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel H080409, located in the B1 zoning district. Name and address for the record. Go ahead.
Rick Savant with Stenbeck and Taylor. As you stated, this property at 1810 Ocean Street is seeking site plan approval to make some modifications to the existing restaurant site. Firstly, they're proposing an accessible ramp system at the front, at the entrance of the building, improve handicap accessibility there, and also adding 2 handicap parking spaces adjacent to that ramp for easy access. And secondly, there is an existing sort of mulch planter in the back, and they're proposing to enlarge that a little bit and make it into an outdoor sitting area. This area is not going to be used, serviced by waitresses or anything like that. I understand it from talking with the owner. This is going to be an ice cream shop, burgers, hot dogs kind of a place. And with the nice scenic view there, they're just leaving that area for, if anybody wants to go out and sit there, they can. But it's not something they're gonna be waitressing back and forth or anything like that. It's just an option for someone to sit and enjoy the view, and eat their ice cream. So those are 2 major changes, the ramp, a little change to the parking, and adding the sitting area with some picnic tables out back there. They are putting some bollards around it for safety, and they are also proposing some string lighting around it, obviously after dark. It's a seasonal area, of course. The parking, it meets all the parking requirements existing from what I've taken from working with the design team and the owner. There's 22 indoor seats. We're required to have 5.5 spaces for that. We actually have 21 proposed and are actually existing out there now with the 3 handicap spaces proposed. So those are the the changes that they're seeking for the site plan approval is the ramp and that sitting area out back. And I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have.
Any questions from the board?
Oh, I went by there. This is, I think this is gonna be a great idea. And these people are running a business 2 doors down that is pretty much perfect, so I don't see anything different here.
The only question I have is, so we need to add in the outside seating to the capacity to figure out parking spots. So if you're gonna have 20 seats out there, then we need to add in 5 more parking spots, even though you have them, but we should at least address it, right?
I was curious about that, whether it being, just for someone to go out there leisurely and sit there. I didn't know if we need, we do have the spots, like.
You have enough spots
I
to do
looked
it,
at
even
it.
if you add 20 more seats outside. It's just that we're gonna have a problem in this town with seating and parking across this town, especially with what's going on down in Brent Rock. So I think we should at least address it and write it up. I know you do have enough parking spaces, so I did go there
I
and look
looked
at
at
them.
that. If the tables were full, we do make it.
Andrew, you had that in your comments as well, right? He did. Anything else?
I did not have anything, but I did have it in my comments that they far exceeded the requirement. I mean, it's 6 seats for 22, or 6 spaces for 22 seats. So if they doubled it, that's 12 spaces. They have 21 spaces.
All right.
So, see, just wanted to note
I
that
just wanted-
they have adequate parking for the seating
Right, just wanted to
outside
address
and
it, because
inside,
it's gonna be a problem going forward
Okay.
here for other places, so.
I understand.
Just, I know they have enough, I just want to make sure it goes into the record.
Yep.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
So I went by and looked at it, and it looks great, space is spotless. I remember that place when it was Kentucky Fried Chicken before Caswell Seafood, and that area actually had picnic tables in it. So I think you're just putting exactly the same way as it was back in the old days, Kentucky Fried Chicken right before Caswell's, and I wish you good luck, so.
It's actually a very nice view back there.
Yeah.
It is.
Do we have a report from the planning board?
There were no comments.
Nothing on board.
No comments?
It's not going to affect trucks unloading and.
Right, Andrew kind of addressed that.
It isn't changing, there isn't one
There's no
currently
change,
there,
yeah.
but we're not, squeezing down on the building. I believe they currently load at the back, there is not an existing loading space there.
Right.
But I understand that they do load at the back of that building at the door. But it isn't gonna infringe on that now.
Also,
Any questions from anyone else? Anyone from the audience? Seeing that there's none. Move that we close 2565 Sunday Marsh LLC, 1810 Ocean Street. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Stephen Lynch, aye.
Grover Hensley, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
All right,
Very much.
so, now I'm gonna move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for site plan approval, subject to the conditions. All proposed alterations comply with accessibility requirements. Each space will need to have sign installed and properly striped. A striped walkway will need to be painted from the accessible parking spot to the front of the entry ramp. There is currently no detailed loading zone, and none is proposed. However, with the number of parking spots exceeding the required number, Andrew doesn't see an issue with that. This project will require a final as-built. Based on the finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a new 20-foot by 5-foot accessible ramp system, convert the existing planter area to 2 existing parking spaces into an approximately 710 square foot seasonal outdoor dining area, and upgrade the front entry doors on the property located at 1810 Ocean Street as shown on a combined architectural and design plan by Patricia J. Fisher, architect, and Rockwood Design Incorporated, Dick Rockwood, dated October 21st, 2025, 11 pages, meets the performance standards and design criteria of the section of 1202 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Stephen Lynch, aye.
Grover Hensley, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Thank you.
Very much.
2566 Francis and Elizabeth Reagan. Are they here? The petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 24-foot by 28-foot addition on the 12-foot by 22.5-foot deck on the southwest side of the dwelling located on the property 69 Sheridan Drive, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on K110110, located in the R3 zoning district. Is that you again, Rick?
That's me, Rick Savant with Stenbeck and Taylor.
Go ahead.
These homeowners are seeking a special permit to alter their existing non-conforming house to add this addition. The lot is conforming, the existing house is non-conforming to the side setback. Everything about the addition is is conforming, forgive me. But because the existing house is non-conforming, they're just seeking a finding for that. The deck conforms, everything shown that is proposed will not create any new non-conformities out there. And that's pretty much it.
Questions from the board?
No, this looks pretty straightforward to me.
Neighbors, we got a clean one. Well, I have to ask that second. Any questions from Steve? Questions from the audience?
Jim Godding, 65 Sharon Drive. I'm just here to support the Raggeds in there, what they're doing.
All right, thank you.
Great people, thank you.
Anything else? Anyone else? Seeing that there's none, I'm going to move that we close 2566 Francis and Elizabeth Reagan, 69 Sheridan Drive. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Winchard.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Now I'm going to move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for a special permit. Subject to the conditions, this project will require a building permit and a final as-built plot plan. Based on the finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a 24-foot by 28-foot addition and a 12-foot by 22.5-foot deck on the southwest side of the dwelling on the property located at 69 Sheridan Drive as shown on a certified location plan showing proposed addition and deck by Stenbeck and Taylor, Incorporated, dated October 29th, 2025, Richard Savant, PLS, meets the special permit criteria of 1012 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Winchard.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Thank you.
Thank
Do we have
you.
the next one, too?
Yes.
2567 Paul and Lynn McElhaney. Petitioners are seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 16-foot by 12-foot addition on the left side and a 14-foot by 8-foot addition and an 8-foot by 5.6-foot deck with stairs on the right side of the property located at 52 John Alden Street, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel M082501. It's located in the R3 zoning district. Go ahead.
Okay, Rick Savant with Stenbeck and Taylor. In this one, the homeowners are hoping to put a couple small additions on the house. As you stated, on the left side, they're proposing a 12 by 16 addition. And on the right, a 14 by 8, a small 8-foot by, call it 6-foot deck area, and a new access stairway in between the house and the garage that's there. Again, the house is non-conforming, the lot's non-conforming to the zone, but the new work will not create any new non-conformities. They're basically looking to square off that farmer's porch at the front right with a deck area, and that small addition, small living space in the stairway. But again, it's not going to create any new non-conformities. We are under the building coverage allowance. We don't reach the 40%, but it's close. But it is under the 40. So that's basically what they're proposing, some additions to the home, and that's about it.
All right. Andrew, are you okay with this, or?
Well, I put in my notes, I felt that the expansion of the wall was in violation of the front yard setback. Right now, the walled area of the roof, of the structure, which is the building area, is 15.1 feet back from the setback. You can have a porch, an unenclosed, porch into the setback 2 feet. So the porch itself is non-conforming, but the building area is conforming. So by pushing that out another 2 feet in, I do think that you are actually creating a new non-conformity in that the building area is now into that 15-foot setback, whereas before it was just an open, unenclosed porch.
The aerial seems to show it as a covered porch.
I agree.
It is a farmer's porch, a roofed porch for sure. And I've always looked at that, and I'm not disagreeing with Andrew, but I've always thought that we could use that as part of the setback. But I understand what he's saying about the wall. I believe it's on piers, the house, but
Is this,
I'm clear on what he's saying.
is this existing?
That is a deck.
That's part of the deck.
Deck
Covered,
line.
covered deck, or is that uncovered here?
That is an uncovered deck. That dash line
Okay.
is the end of the uncovered deck.
And then this covered porch does not continue?
There's nothing there right now, your finger is, that's just,
I don't see a deck there at all on the September 28, 2025 aerial photo.
we put, there's some photos that we submitted. that
Andrew,
show
can you pull this up on the GIS or whatever it's called?
Existing photos we have of, show that area well also.
Yeah. Third photo, the right locus.
Right.
You can see right here, it's a deck
Yep.
with roof, so it's a porch. It's an open, unenclosed porch. It's got a roof, but it's not enclosed with walls.
Correct.
And then you have the open deck here, and what they're wanting to do is to
Square that on.
build the new house here, but push that out another 2 feet, and then continue the porch out into this area.
Yeah, continue that corner would just be an open deck. But you understand that 2-foot bump out that he's talking about.
That requires a variance.
What would be the reasoning you'd want that 2-foot bump out? Aesthetics?
Square it off.
No, they were just trying to maximize the space in the house. It wasn't involved with the designing of it, but that's what was shown on the architectural plans, but
So Andrew, that doesn't fit under the 50% or whatever the, when you have like a bay window or something, you're allowed that extra 2 feet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a bay window because
No, I understand
the
that.
foundation
Right.
was coming out. I mean, it could be, if it was designed as a bay window, maybe, but
I thought they were allowed to go 50% of the frontage, or the front piece, to go the 2 feet for whatever we call that enclosure or rain
or a
protection.
bay window,
Bay window.
overhang, yeah, overhang or bay window,
or a
yeah.
balcony.
Yep.
If they squared their foundation off to be a rectangle, could they bay that area out the 2 feet and still use a special permit?
So could they overhang that and call it, I mean, make it a bay window? Does that work or
Left a
not?
cantilever or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if we can make
know.
what's up there work, or,
He's pulling up the
It
language.
seems like it's not right. I mean, it looks like they're trying to preserve room for a dining room table, so that's why it
Well, it just
extends
depends on
out.
what, what we're using as the definition.
Yeah, and I honestly never realized that there was a difference between a porch. I guess if it were
There's
an
the
open
language
porch.
right there that I can't read.
It looks enclosed from the aerial, so you couldn't tell.
Maybe it's total length.
You're allowed 50%. I can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's overhang or bay window.
Yeah. So could you build it that way or no?
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have to make it work if we have to hold that 15, as long as we're not, yeah, as long as the foundation does not get any closer than the existing wall line, like Andrew's talking about. I'm
Are
sure
you
we
okay
can
with
make
that,
it work.
Andrew?
Yeah, they can design it out as kind of a bay window situation, and you guys are okay with it, then I'm okay with it.
Is the board okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Much better than a variance.
Yeah, just have them submit a compliant plan to Andrew with redesign for a bay window in that area.
Yeah. Or just redesign it. When it gets to him, he'll see it. All right, do we have any other questions? That's, let me ask, Steve would like to generally know, is there any neighbors? Not anybody out there, but just specific neighbors? No? No neighbors? There's no neighbors or nobody. Seeing that there is none, I move that we close Paul and Lynn McElhaney, 52 John Alden Street. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Go Hensley, aye.
Ryan Murphy, aye?
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
No, I'm lost. So what address am I on here? John Alden, right? All right, I move that the, so we close that. I move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for a special permit, subject to the conditions. We got Andrew. This will require a building permit, a final as-built, and a certificate of occupancy.
Would you also include the submission of the plan?
Andrew will handle that on
Yeah,
his
but
end.
you should require
Subject-
there be, their redesign showing a compliant setback with a bay window.
Design, in the conditions, design a bay window that meets the standard in the bylaw. Based on the finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a 16-foot by 12-foot addition on the left side and a 14 by 8-foot addition and an 8-foot by 5-foot deck with stairs on the right side on the property located at 52 John Alden Street. See the way I pronounce that? As shown on a certified location plan showing proposed additions and deck by Stenbeck and Taylor Incorporated, dated October 29th, 2025, Richards Font, PLS, meets the special permit criteria of section 1012 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Go Hensley, aye.
Ryan Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
You can go.
Okay, so now we have 2542 Matthew Bruce, trustee, Bruce Family Trust, Realty Trust, 8 Ocean Street. And we'll include 2542A, Matthew Bruce, trustee, Bruce Family Realty Trust, 8 Ocean Street.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Brodsky. I'm a local environmental and land use lawyer, and I represent the Bruce Family Realty Trust, and Mr. and Mrs. Bruce, who are both trustees, are here this evening. When we were last in front of the board, it was prepared to consider what is now our application for a special permit requesting authorization of the existing walkway/deck on the side of the property as an extension of a pre-existing non-conforming structure in the setback. And the ZBA requested that our surveyor consult with Stenbeck and Taylor regarding their differences regarding that common property line. Feldman did, in fact, consult with Stenbeck and Taylor and shared information. There's been further work done. And Feldman has proposed a new solution. I just got this plan today. I did email it at the end of the day to Ms. Praker. I did give a copy to Mr. Savant when I walked in the room, so I do have hard copies of this for the, oh, thank you. Do you have enough?
Yeah.
Does Andrew have one?
No,
Oh,
sorry, we
can you email it to him, or?
I saved it to the file. I checked the email before I came.
I was out all afternoon, so I tried to do this remotely. And
I'll look at the one Andrew pulled up.
the property line has changed slightly. So Feldman has determined,
Andrew, can you find that in the file?
I think it's up on the screen.
Oh, thank you. It is.
so Feldman has determined that the Stenbeck and Taylor line is approximately 1 inch closer to the Bruce's house and was previously showed on the Feldman plan. And if you look carefully, it just clips, and that would be the corner edge of the deck. It's approximately a 0.4 foot overlap of the new property line, 4.86 inches just in that little corner As again, I handed a copy of this to Mr. Savant, and we'll send him the CAD so he can review that. Again, there is a slight encroachment of a very small portion of the structure over that resolved property line. I don't think it's an issue for the zoning board of appeals. Obviously, the parties are gonna need to resolve that encroachment. And they're gonna have to figure out a way of, and there's a range of ways of that can be resolved. So, I just wanted the board to know that we did what you asked us to do. And happy to answer any questions you have.
Are you willing to take 5 inches off of that deck to take care of that property issue, and so everyone can move on?
I have a suggestion as to how the board should do it. So if you'll take a look on the plan to the south, to the right side, you'll see there's an existing fence that runs parallel to the new property line. That fence has been there for more than 20 years. And so the trust has a potential adverse possession claim for that land, which would put the entirety of the deck on the trust property. But that would involve presumably a land court action. If I might suggest, the board could grant a special permit for only that portion of the deck which is located on the trust lot. I think that addresses the concern. And the parties are gonna have to resolve this. There's a range of resolutions. They can reach some voluntary agreement with the bandas to leave it there by virtue of an easement. There could be an adverse possession case brought in the land court, and the trust could claim all of that property. The trust could potentially take a sawzall and chop off 4.8 inches. But, you know, we just got this, we don't know, and we don't want to keep perpetuating this. This has been pending for months now. So my suggestion is the board to grant relief only with respect to that portion of the deck that's shown on the record.
This hasn't been dragging from us, though. We've been asking for this for quite a while.
Yes, sir, I didn't suggest there was.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying. But do,
As you know, it takes a while for surveyors
Certainly.
to.
does,
Totally.
does the neighbor have a engineered plan? An updated one?
No, there has been we never prepared a plan for we staked the property line, physically staked it on the ground.
Did you communicate with them on this? You
Yes.
agree with this?
Yes. Yeah, again, I'm just seeing this today, but just looking at it, it looks very similar to what we marked on the ground.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, it's similar, but not, it's not the same. Again, there's been a 1-inch adjustment, I believe, of
More than an inch.
I'll be straight. I don't agree with conceding anything that's gonna remain on their property at all. I wouldn't feel comfortable approving that, period, especially when you're starting conversations of adverse possession and everything else. It's getting pretty nasty between neighbors.
Yes, sir.
That's not very nice, you know? So as far as I'm concerned, I would never go with something that's clearly on someone else's property and approving it.
Which is why I was suggesting only approving a portion of it that's.
I'm suggesting that he completely move it. The amount of time and energy that he spent, that he just completely 100% put it on his own property.
Anything, Steve? I'm going to hear from that panda. Oh, the neighbor? Would you like to speak?
Yeah. I'm getting good at this. Pat Banda, 4 Ocean Street.
You are.
Right now, I'm hearing things like adverse possession and issues about a fence that the Bruce Trust could take possession of, and there's a lot being said here that sounds very threatening. What I do understand from my quick glance at this new survey is that I'm still being encroached upon. And also, there's absolutely no setback. And this is an R3, you know, like I've been listening for months now about when things come in and they're non-conforming, the board's been really right on it with, oh no, we're not going to add a new non-conforming. So right now, I just don't see how we piece this together with threats or with, I'm sorry,
No, that's okay.
okay.
Bob, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I don't think you can grant relief for somebody else's property. So I think Attorney Brodsky's solution is a reasonable solution, because you can grant relief if the structure has been there for 10 years on the property as they show it. We're never gonna be able to resolve here where that line is, or how to deal with that encroachment on that property. Let them deal with that on their own in another forum, because we can't, what we think is irrelevant. So grant them, or consider granting them the relief only within the confines of the boundary line as shown on the plan.
But it hasn't been there 10 years anyways. It was 2019, correct?
So,
I don't know.
sorry, Mr. So you may remember,
Problems that we initially had, that it wasn't.
But if the fence,
Wasn't grandfathered.
hypothetically speaking, was there for 20 years, and I don't know whether, whose fence it is.
I don't know that either, yeah. that-
So-
The
I
only
mean,
place you should
but-
grant
That's not
relief
us.
is
That's
on
not
this
us.
property,
Yeah.
if you're inclined to grant relief at all.
so again, you may remember that when we first applied, or we appealed the decision, applied for relief, we applied for a variance. During the course of the public hearings, photographs were found showing an existing non-conforming deck in the setback. So it's not a new non-conformity, it's an existing
But
non-conformity.
not that section that was built, not what we're discussing. The deck was, the pre-existing non-conforming was where it says deck right there up by the house.
But Bob, does that fall under Bellotta or
This new
not?
section-
So if I might, and it was.
It does? So, just so we understand, that does fall, Andrew has it in his notes as well. That falls under Bellotta, so.
Right.
No, I understand that, but when he's talking about the deck was part up by the house. The part that's become the issue with the neighbors and what came here, what Andrew issued the violation for, is the new constructed that they extended, or the property owner at the time extended. That's what we're talking about.
Correct.
I thought we got past that when we actually told them not, when we encouraged them to file for a special permit as opposed to a
Correct.
variance. And that's what got us where we are.
Yeah?
Right.
No, I understand
It
that.
was an extension of an existing non-conforming structure.
Yep.
Already in the setback. So I just want to make clear that we're not creating any new non-conformity.
Well, clearly they don't qualify for a variance.
No.
That's just.
So,
And then the special permit comes, we're approving something that is clearly on somebody else's property. And even the section that goes off, and, again, this is not the first time that we've gotten this engineering plan at the last minute. It's literally, as you said yourself, it's been a long time going on. The engineer that's sitting right here just got it handed to himself too. And
so Ricky, this is the first time you're seeing this plan?
Yes.
Do you agree with this plan or not? Or do you need time to review it?
It looks, I generally agree with it. It looks like very close to what we marked, saying a 1/10 of a foot difference, but I will look at it further,
But your guy looked at it, right? You said your engineer met with somebody in his group?
They've spoken, again, Mr. Spine has not seen this solution until we got it today. I literally, when I walked in the room before the hearing, I gave him a copy of it. I understand.
It's just, accepting this at the last minute, I just personally, it's up to you, Rick. Are you comfortable with this tonight? Would you like a little more time? I mean, we generally ask for this the Thursday prior to the meeting, and dropping this in our lap tonight, me personally, I think it would be better to have time for him to review it, and especially for us to review it, but.
I would like to take a look at it.
Can I say something?
Who's that?
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, yeah.
Andrew?
Of course. Can you say something?
The only thing I would point out is that he's located the flood zone in this area again.
It's the wrong line, yeah.
So he's off on the location of the flood zone. The flood zone is back in this area over here, and it's a VE 18, not an AE 15. So he's got to correct that still.
Yep. And I should have caught that in the
So I
haste
think
to get
we-
this.
In
We're
all,
trying to get out of that whole flood zone by.
Yes, sir.
I think I hate to do it, but I think we need, again, more time for Rick. You've dropped this in our lap today. Is everyone comfortable with more time for Pat, Rick to review, the board to review? This is new to us tonight.
Can we discuss at least the?
Oh, discuss away. We
the-
can talk about everything we want.
Hypothetically, this is correct.
Yes.
Can we just
Yeah,
discuss it as that?
absolutely.
This is, in my opinion, we had talked about it before. They need a second means of egress out of their house, a safe second means of egress. This is there. It's already there. Like Bob said, I think we can approve what is in their property, but it's already there. If he has to cut it off, if they have to go to court, they have to go to court. We will never move on from this unless we do something like this. That's my opinion. If
We certainly could move on, but he could simply move the deck over, so it's completely on his property. Where he's acknowledging it's on somebody else's property. And if the applicant is making a big deal over this small amount of land, well, obviously, it's valuable, and it's just as valuable to the neighbor. So therefore, it should be over. And I'm not for approving anything that's blatantly on someone else's property.
For me
especially when
personally,
you
we
start
just received this thing tonight. We got an incorrect zone on here, flood zone. It's just, this should be a correct plan that we're looking at. We've waited long enough for this. I think everything should be accurate that
let me
we're
just be-
looking at and voting
I mean,
on.
I'll be clear myself, agreeing with Brian vehemently, is that when we approve something, we approve by the date and the stamp of the plan, and if we do that for this plan, then you fail on the original violation, because it shows the flood zone.
Yes, sir, it is a mistake. I
Right,
acknowledge
so
it.
you're gonna lose if we approve this plan tonight.
I think we're headed towards a continuous, I haven't said no to a continuous, I recognize.
Whereas if you fix
But I
it,
would
the
like
error.
to, like,
If you
what
fix it, we're
JJ's
good.
saying is, I'd like to vet out any problems the board sees that maybe
Yes, sir.
we have 2 weeks to, address and come back with.
Can I
You know.
ask you a hypothetical? Say you do want to go for adverse possession or whatever goes on with this. If we approve what we approve within the property line, saying that you have to cut off that, could you go back in time and go to court and say, they made us cut off it, but it was our property?
I don't think you're saying you're cutting anything off.
No, I was just going to suggest.
No, I'm saying if.
Only
if-
approving.
If we approve that,
That portion of the deck, which is located
Inside.
inside the
It sounds
property
like
line
that
as
is a no.
shown on the corrected plan, which I will get to you at least a week prior to your next meeting, if I can get Feldman to do this stuff quickly, which is,
So you're gonna let us know, but do we need an extension for time, Nancy or Bob? Yeah, so we're gonna need an extension.
yes.
And I just think, unless anyone else wants to ask any questions, please go ahead.
I just think, again, with the time and energy and money that's been invested in this, it would have been simpler just to move your deck over and get on your own property.
it would be approved tonight if it can't be approved because of this. but it would be
I'm not
approved
sure the
tonight.
deck can be moved over, well, I shouldn't say, the portion against the house can't be moved over. I don't know even how that's constructed, but the homeowners are here, they're hearing what the board
Yeah.
said. They can decide how they want to deal with the encroachment.
Yeah, well, I'm not one, this lady has shown up numerous times, she's in a butter, it's clearly her property. It's clearly her property.
Yes, sir, you may,
And if it's a small encroachment, and he's not willing to make an adjustment to give her property back, then I can see where she's very concerned.
Seems
with
awfully
what she has
harsh to
going
be
on.
hearing that kind of comment about giving their property back. There's a whole history here.
Well,
on
you're the
this
one,
case.
hey, you've owned the house for 7 years, and you're talking to a woman. who's
7
right
years?
here.
We just
Right.
bought the home.
Oh, well, 19, the deck
This-
was built, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we didn't build the deck.
Okay. Or
We
regardless,
didn't build,
okay,
we
you
just bought the home.
Yep, you just bought the house, and you're already
We
talking
bought the
about
home,
adverse
and
possession to a woman that's.
that's
sitting
when
right
the Bandas, that's when they went ahead and built a 6-foot berm. My neighbor took an excavation.
That's outside of our
Right,
scope. okay?
exactly.
That's outside the
But
scope.
there's a whole history here of what the Bandas have done to my family and what we've had to endure.
She doesn't
Plus-
exactly
plus the
look like
cost
Bonnie
and-
and Clyde.
And the I'm sorry?
She doesn't exactly look like Bonnie and Clyde.
I'd be glad to go, you want a whole history of exactly
Who's
why
the
we've
first
got
one
here?
to
No, we don't want the history.
Glad to
Let's-
do that.
Listen,
We've
does anyone else?
endured a huge
We're done
cost
here.
here.
Does anyone else from the board have anything constructive to say?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Let's let Mr. Lynch go.
Ms. Banda, besides this meeting room, have you ever met me before in your life? No. So, on that note, just to make everybody happy on some crazy rumor that went around and accusation, I'm recusing myself from this case.
And I'm gonna say you're very lucky, Mrs. Bannon. Does anyone else have something to say?
I have a question. So the last time we were here, we had discussion that they were gonna redo the lines, they were gonna meet. Have the owners, since the last time we met, have the owners had any sort of discussion on how to solve this?
I had a discussion at the very beginning when this actually took place.
What, 2 years ago?
I'm talking within the last, like,
No, not-
in the last meeting we had. We sent you guys out to go get new lines and then maybe have a discussion and see if there was a, I don't know, a monetary way or some sort of way to make this
So
I
applicable to
offered
both.
the neighbor money to just redraw the line by where the fence is. Have you been to the property before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've all
You've
been
seen
out.
it.
Well, been out there.
So you've seen where the fence is and where this
Yep.
location is. I have photographs of it as well.
Mhm.
When I originally spoke with Jim Banda, I had offered him money just to clear that line up, so there wouldn't be an issue and we wouldn't have to go to this point. Jim Banda said that I thought he was the owner of the property, because he originally came across as that. And he said, oh, I don't own it, my wife does. So I'll have to check with her, but she'll never sell it to you.
I mean, that's why, that's between you and your neighbor, what you.
Right.
Yeah, what you
And it was
guys
a
figure out.
considerable amount of
but-
money.
But hopefully you're hearing what we're saying here tonight.
So-
We want a correct plan.
But I want you to realize what's happened here, because there was a lot leading up to this point, even through the notice of violation, and neighbors that have also been affected by this too. So I have attempted to negotiate and offer a lot of money just to correct that line. And I was told that she would not accept any amount of money. So this had nothing to do with a financial matter. This was much more of a either personal vendetta, because when I had called originally when the berm was built, and I went down to the town to ask about that, to look for help, that's when all this came about, because they were told they have to move that berm because that was done without a permit.
As the phrase been used a lot with this board, is that the neighbors down there, it's very cozy, it's a very tight area.
I know it, 'cause
So
I'm there.
property, so
Yeah.
property is value. I can't fault anybody for not wanting to sell a piece of their property. If they don't want to sell it, it's theirs. All I know is tonight, and I wasn't very happy with
Well,
the
let me-
comment of adverse possession. The
Well, let me
lady's sitting right
explain,
there. I'll
this
tell you,
is-
I'd be wound up too if somebody came in and said they wanted to take a.
I'm not a land
by
attorney
adverse possession.
like Jim Banda.
I'm sorry?
I'm not a land attorney like Jim Banda
Yeah.
is, okay? I don't have that background that my neighbor does. I don't have the connections that he does, okay? We haven't been there that long. We only just bought this property. Myself, my wife, my 8-year-old son want to live peaceably.
Absolutely.
And it has
So we
not
all.
been.
The gentleman sitting right beside you is not incompetent by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I'm not saying he
He's
is,
the
but it's
best there
been
is.
nothing but. It's been a very difficult experience for us.
Well, I hope when this is all said and done, that you get that. You absolutely get that.
Peace.
Yeah, so, all right, I'm gonna move that we, if anyone else is done, is everyone done talking? Then I wanna move that, you anything more to say?
Brian, can I just,
Yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
can I just add something? Adam, if you can take a look at the picture, right, that's up right now, this is really, this is like the most current, picture. So there's this the back deck on the house, right? That's not shown on this plan either. So you should add that back deck on there, and then the flood zone is just beyond that. If you look on the flood zone, it's past that back deck.
Yes.
So he'll want to delineate both of those to show that the house and the deck are beyond the flood zone, and it's the correct flood zone, because Mr. Bruce, if he's gonna get this plan, he was gonna want it to be correct, especially as it relates to the flood zone.
Yes, no, we had corrected the plan for the flood zone only to find out in the rush to get something to the board to try and show a development that line was put back on the plan.
That's okay, it's just time. So, do you think you'll have this ready by
Wanna
December
make
9th?
it where,
Oh, go ahead, Andrew, sorry. Will you have this ready for December 9th? Would you like us to continue to December 9th?
Could you please, I really would like to do our best if we can resolve this
Yeah. If
this year.
If you don't have the
I
information,
will be on the
we
phone
will-
to Feldman first thing in the morning,
All right.
get the corrections.
So I'm going to move that 2542 8 Ocean Street and 2542A 8 Ocean Street be moved to December 9th, 2025. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Henslee, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
So, Pat and Rick, you understand that's the only notification you'll get, okay? Thank you.
So does it have to sign the release for constructive?
He's going to give us an extension. Yes. For time.
And we'll get it before
Well,
December 9th.
We need, Bob, when do we need that?
I will get the
Do it tonight,
extensions
right?
done
And then, yeah, can we have the
tomorrow
plans before the day
for both the
of?
special permit.
variance hasn't been withdrawn, you have to act on a request
Right,
for variance within
by 100 days.
So make sure you get plenty of time in case that issue comes up.
And the appeal.
Whatever Ms. Perico tells me I need to extend till I'm happy to,
All right, we'll be expecting that. Thank you.
of course.
All right, what's next? Mike Mazzini, is he here? 2541, is Mazzini on tonight?
Yeah, is Rick here for him?
Oh, Rick's still here, yeah. Oh, did I already, so am I withdrawing the Sailors Valentine Trust tonight?
Yeah, you have to make a motion to withdraw it.
Okay. Rick, you're doing Mike Mazzini?
Sure.
Sure. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Aye.
Mike Mazzini, 2105 Ocean Street. That's all I have to say. Go ahead.
Ready? All right, Rick Savant, Ms. Tembeck and Taylor. Some of you may remember this project at the fireplace shop, the old A&W root beer site. We had filed for site plan approval for some striping and parking and just generally updating the site a little bit, some handicap and patching, and also big discussion that night was about the containers. There are 2 existing storage containers that are there that the owner had put on the site. And he was, at our last meeting, he was proposing 2 additional storage containers, so there was going to be 4. Obviously, we've been continuing this out for a while. He's no longer gonna add 2 others. We talked about that night, he's allowed 2 by right. He's gonna keep those 2 there. But we are still proposing to fence in that side yard with that 9-foot fence and a gate area to gate off that side, screen out the existing cans that are there, certainly help to do that. And really, there's no other major changes to the site, other than striping, some patchwork, some handicap, line work, signage, directional arrows. But otherwise, just seeking a site plan approval, and we've changed the amount of the containers back to what he's allowed and kept the fence. So that was the revisions that we made to the plan.
All right, so it's just the fence and the 2 he's allowed by right.
Correct.
But didn't he just put the 2 there without even going through it?
It's gonna have outdoor storage there.
What?
Behind the fence is gonna be outdoor storage. I mean,
So when he
I'm just
initially
inferring
came,
that there's gonna be outdoor storage behind the fence. So instead of having 2 trailers, he's gonna fence in a whole side yard and store things there. Won't be in a trailer, but.
Oh, I thought the fence was we asked for the fence
We asked.
to hide the containers.
Initially,
But why
we
would
did
the
when he
fence
was,
be around the trailers like you would put it around a dumpster?
Well, that's the design we came up with when he asked us. We did it here, but,
I was okay with the 4 containers, honestly, if we fenced it in. But
right, but he
And-
doesn't
and
want,
the
he's
fence
just
went
doing
to
the
9
2.
feet
Yeah, we asked for a
specifically.
taller fence so people wouldn't see the
That
containers.
required the special permit.
No, it did, is that what it was, Andrew?
The 9 foot. Wasn't anything over 6?
Yeah, he did 9 feet. This thing has been,
Did he?
I believe originally
did
he
remove those
didn't
two
have-
containers because he was worried that he wouldn't get approved?
well, Andrew told him he had
No.
2 containers of right. And
Right, but when he came here, there were no containers.
there were no, well,
And then he just put 2
oh,
there.
no, the containers, I think, were
No.
there. No?
Nope, the containers were not there when he
It's
came
been so
here.
long.
And then he put them there,
Yeah.
and then,
In order,
Okay.
in order to place the containers on site, he needs site plan approval.
Approval, okay.
but he went ahead and did that.
But we're okay
And
with
that's
the,
why and while he was working with the board to get site plan approval,
we came up
I
with,
allowed him to put them temporarily on the site.
yeah, because he can do it for 180 days. So,
Been working with us, but
right.
it needs to get finalized and they need to do the work.
But aren't we the ones that located that fence? I mean, I don't know.
We did because there were 2 other containers
Containers, yeah.
between it and the fence, and the fence was right next to the 4th container.
All right.
And that's
We-
why-
Does anyone on the board have a problem with the fence being where it is?
No.
I don't,
Can,
so.
can I just point out, you need another special permit that he's not applied for if there's gonna be storage outside those containers behind the fence.
Is there gonna be
Right, but
storage
there is,
outside?
they're not saying that.
Then make
We
a
need to
condition
confirm.
that he can put the fence where it is, but there can't be any outdoor storage other than inside the containers. That's okay. But there's a special permit that's required for outdoor storage that's necessarily incidental to a principal permitted commercial use.
He, just to follow up, he has not indicated to me at all that he was gonna do anything but put stuff inside that container. And then use that yard for kind of securing the side yard so we could load and unload stuff in and out of the building and in and out of the storage containers.
So,
Well, we just didn't want to look at the storage containers.
Right.
I mean, that's what the board.
but I think we're at the point where he came in for 4, you reduce it down to 2, which is by right, he's putting up the fence. If we approve this tonight to get him all set and off to do what he needs to do, and he comes to the point where business is good enough that he does need some outside storage,
You can come back.
that he could come back for another special permit and make an amendment.
Remember, originally, when he first showed up, when he actually showed up, he said, I already have 4 units I just want to use.
Yeah,
And now he's coming back and said, okay, well, I guess he sold 2 of them or whatever,
Yeah.
but he only wants to use 2, which are already there. So, but we're the ones that asked for the fence to hide
I
them.
mean, the products that he's selling, I could see mostly wanting to be inside storage, except for any
And
piping.
store those outside.
Move to close the meeting.
I agree. But so wait, so are we gonna do just the site plan approval, or does he need the special permit? Wait, special permit for the fence height.
You can make, all he needs really is site plan approval if he's putting 2 units there.
But we asked him for a 9-foot fence, so I think he needs that would fall under the special permit. Andrew, do we have?
No, he doesn't need there's no special permit requirement for a 9-foot fence.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, so we just need the site plan approval, and that's that. All right, is everyone good here?
And that he
So
won't
9-foot
put
fence is
storage back
approved By
there.
the building inspector, that's it?
Yeah,
Brian, and also that he won't put storage back there. It's
Well,
just the
we're gonna put that in the
containers,
language.
yeah, okay.
we're gonna say he can only put everything in the building behind that fence. All right,
Any additional accessory storage, outside accessory storage will require a special permit.
agreed.
There you go.
There you go, thank you. Now, all right, Bob, since I have nothing here, I don't even know if I have a site plan approval.
You want me to give you a site plan motion?
Wordsmith it up. I'm gonna adopt what you say.
Use that,
Hold on one second.
I'm too lazy.
I got one for you.
Right there.
I move that the board vote to grant petitioner's application for site plan approval, subject to conditions, based on a finding that the applicant's proposal to place 2 8-foot by 20-foot storage containers on an existing pavement 19.4 feet from the westerly property line, 27.2 feet from the southerly rear property line, and 47.7 feet from the front property line on the property located at 2105 Ocean Street, as shown on the certified location plan originally dated May 2nd, 2025, and I don't know what the new date is there. Revised revised 10/22/25
Correct.
by Stenbeck and Taylor, Inc., Richard Savant, PLS, meets the site plan approval, design, and performance standards in section 12.02 of the bylaw. And the condition would be, as Andrew stated, that any outdoor storage other than in the containers behind the fenced area requires a further special permit.
Adopt that language. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Is that all we have? Oh, I have to, Sailors, yeah, 2557 Sailors Valentine Trust, 34 Marginal Street Rear.
We want to close Mazzini?
Oh, sorry.
Have a nice Thanksgiving.
No, we didn't close.
You didn't close it.
Close Mazzini.
Motion
We
to
closed 2541 Michael Mazzini, 2105 Ocean Street. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch, aye.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
Unmitigated disaster. 2557 Sailors Valentine Trust, 34 Marginal Street Rear. Request to be withdrawn.
With or without prejudice?
Without prejudice, who cares?
Without.
Without. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Steve Lynch.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
So zoning, review zoning board of appeals rules and regulations. That's, we're not doing zoning procedures. Zoning map, we're not doing any of this. Do you have anything else, or is that it, Nancy?
No, that's it.
I just want to let everyone know, and Steve had brought it up as well, we had had prior discussions, this goes all the way back before COVID. Any zoning bylaws that you guys, and girl, and everybody feels that need a change or need adjustment, would you send them into Nancy so we can put them on for the 9th and moving forward, so we can discuss things that we see that need adjustment? Because we would claim to do this and then do a joint meeting with the planning board to review them, to see the stuff that we run into problems on. So if you want to send that into Nancy, don't send it to the whole group, send your piece into Nancy, and then we can start taking a look at that at the next meeting. We'll put that on for the 9th as well, Nancy. I don't know that
Can
we'll
you
get
make it
to
a
it.
rolling date though, so that,
You know what, it's
so
going to
that
be
if we
like,
have some on the 12th or the 15th
but
or
that's,
the
it's going
30th?
to,
we
it's
can
going to
still
join
have-
other business.
Okay,
Under the standard JAWS line, we'll take it under advisement.
okay.
All right, is there anything else? Is that it? All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Aye.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Eric Murphy, aye.
All right.
See you on the
Good night.
9th.